If you're running Google Ads 24/7 and you're trying to attract leads after certain hours, but you're finding your budget is being spent up, here's how to fix that with day versus night parting. And so we can create multiple campaigns through certain periods of the day using our ad schedule so that we have dedicated budgets for each time of the day so your budget isn't getting spent early on in the day. Okay, so the first thing you might want to do, this is for a plumber. For a plumber, you might have one campaign that is for all day, and then inside of that campaign, maybe you just go into the ad schedule and do it for daytime hours. So it might be from 7:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. or maybe 4 p.m. It depends if the plumber wants a break or not. And then for the other campaign, you have all services campaign for 5 to 10 p.m. Maybe even beyond. Maybe you service up until 1 a.m. in the morning, or 2 a.m. in the morning, something like that, and then you just start it like so. And the idea here is that each campaign will have a dedicated budget, not a shared budget, so I don't want you to share the budgets between these, and that way that they get to spend selfishly so that they can attract leads without sacrificing, money earlier on in the day. And so when you separate your campaigns like this, you can start to attract those leads later on at night, and the cost per click is a lot cheaper sometimes because advertisers don't want to bid at nighttime depending on the services. Maybe you're a dentist and you offer emergency dental, and other dentists don't want to offer those kind of services or bid late at night. Therefore, you can enter in those auctions and get the clicks a lot cheaper. If you don't know how to set up campaigns already, I've got other videos on how to do that. The main thing for me to show you right now is just set campaigns like so, have dedicated budgets, and then the ad schedules is the main thing. So here's some other considerations when you're running these types of campaigns. Smart bidding needs volume to work. Now, you don't need 30 conversions per month per campaign. You can run a maximized conversion strategy with 0 conversions, but I'm just saying this because Google kind of recommends it before you make any rash decisions, which is our next thing with nighttime data. Since a lot of advertisers aren't necessarily bidding at the same time as you, there's less auctions, so less people search at nighttime, then the volume's going to be lower and you're going to collect less data. So it might take several more weeks than your daytime campaign to collect enough data to make judgments. Don't make judgments after 7 days and be like, hey, that doesn't work for me, because it's just not enough data to crunch through that. The other thing to consider is conversion reporting. So with conversion reporting, you will see a natural lag. So if someone clicks on your ad at 11 p.m. at night, they go back to sleep, the next morning they wake up and they give you a call after breakfast at 8 a.m. What's going to happen is Google is going to attribute that conversion back to the 11 p.m. click. And so you're going to see a natural lag in the conversion path. So this just means that late night clicks that you do get can look unprofitable, and it can make the campaign look like you shouldn't even be running it. So just give it some time so the attribution can kick in. And sometimes, the lagging indicator, a Google rep has said it can take anywhere between 7 to 14 days for the attribution to catch up in special cases. But a lot of the time you're going to have to wait a couple of days anyway. So don't make rash judgments or decisions based on that. So which niches work with day versus night parting campaigns? And I'll move over to that now. So the first one, I've already explained it, are plumbers. So you might run blocked drains, leak repair, just general plumbing services during the day. And then at nighttime, you use emergency terms like emergency plumber near me, or 24/7 emergency plumber, or after hours emergency plumber. And you can run them at night with a dedicated budget, right? So that was an easy one. The next one is a locksmith. So a locksmith might have a general key cutting services or whatever during the day. And at nighttime, it's got lockouts or, lost my car keys or broken keys or whatever during the nighttime. Now, you can run some of those during the day for a locksmith as well. It's totally fine, but I do recommend a separate budget for nights, just in case your budget gets chewed up throughout the day, because there's lots of inquiries. Same with tow truck companies. So tow truck companies might have general scheduled towing or transport during the daytime. Now, you can still get roadside assistance during the day as well, but it's best to have a dedicated budget at night for accidents and emergency roadside assist. For electricians, all the usual electrician work and people looking for an electrician near me during the day, and then during the night you've got more of the emergency call outs and things like that, right? Dentist, again, emergency dentist campaign is a very popular one at night, so reserve something at the night for that. Same with vets. As you can imagine, people have emergencies. You don't plan an emergency, it just happens. And with pets, it happens at nighttime or after hours. So you might want to have a dedicated one for emergency vet services at night and during the day, of course, but have a separate one at night as well. Criminal defense lawyers, they can have a lot of their nighttime campaigns, or DUIs, or people getting arrested after parties or something like that, and they've got to call their lawyer. Then you, of course, want to show up, right? Moving companies, so during the weekends, they get very, very popular. So you might want to run certain weekend campaigns. Now, this isn't strict to day-night partying, but it's good practice to run weekend kind of campaigns for people like looking to move on the weekend. Cleaning services, so offices get like really big deep cleans during the weekends, and so that's a good one to do. Also weekdays, when people are off at work and they want a cleaner and someone works at home and they need someone in there, or even weekends. There's a lot of cool ideas, but these are just some of the niches that this works for. And of course, this list is only just a small fraction of the niches that you can run day and night campaigns for. So I hope that was helpful. If you've got any questions, feel free to leave them below. I'm more than happy to answer, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.